On a quiet Monday morning in Belgium, a detective walked into what was supposed to be the most secure vault in the world. He called the alarm company. They told him the vault was secure. He looked around at $100 million worth of diamonds scattered across the floor and said, "Then how am I standing inside it?" This is the story of 5 men who spent 3 years planning the perfect crime, and they almost got away with it. Antwerp, Belgium, a city that doesn't look like much from the outside, but inside the diamond district, more than 80% of the world's rough diamonds pass through every single year. This is the beating heart of the global diamond trade. And then there was Leonardo Notarbartolo, an Italian, a professional thief, a man who had been stealing his entire life and had never once been caught for anything major. He arrived in Antwerp in the year 2000 with a simple plan: become part of the building. He rented an office right inside the Diamond Center, posed as a multilingual gem importer from Italy, attended meetings with established dealers, built relationships. For 3 years, he smiled at the security guards every single morning. He became a familiar face, and while he smiled, he was studying every inch of that vault. By February 2003, Notarbartolo had assembled his crew, 5 men total, each one handpicked for a specific skill. They called one of them Speedy. That nickname will become very important later. The weekend of February 15, 2003, the Diamond Center was closed. No staff, no dealers, just the security systems. The crew entered the building. Their first target, the magnetic lock on the vault door. Earlier that week, Notarbartolo had quietly removed the bottom screws holding two metal plates together. While the magnetic field was briefly deactivated, he used tape to hold the plates in place. Nobody noticed. Then came the vault door itself. They used a custom-built, 3-dimensional key, one of a kind, to open it. A key that had taken months to engineer just for this lock. Once inside, they had one more problem: the infrared heat sensor on the ceiling. If it detected body heat, the alarm would trigger. Their solution? A piece of polystyrene foam taped in front of the sensor, hairspray on the lens, a homemade heat shield that cost maybe €2, defeating a system that cost thousands. They were in. They used a custom-built hand-crank device to crack open 109 of the 189 safe deposit boxes. Each one had both a key lock and a 3-letter combination. It took them hours. Duffel bag after duffel bag was filled with loose diamonds, gold, silver, cash, and jewelry. When they finally walked out of that building, not a single alarm had gone off. Not one. Monday morning, a detective gets the call. He walks into the vault and sees the aftermath of what the world will soon call the heist of the century. The police have nothing. No fingerprints. No footage of the actual crime. No witnesses. The perfect heist. But then, Speedy had a panic attack. The original plan was to drive to France and burn all the evidence there. But Speedy couldn't hold it together. He convinced Notarbartolo to burn the evidence in a nearby forest just off the highway. Between Antwerp and Brussels, Notarbartolo burned his share. Speedy dropped his and ran when he heard footsteps nearby. The next morning, a local man named August Van Camp, who made it his personal mission to pick up litter dumped near his property, found the trash. Inside, envelopes from the Antwerp Diamond Center, tiny emeralds, and a supermarket receipt. Van Camp called the police. Police went to the supermarket and pulled the CCTV on camera. Buying groceries for the safe house, a man named Ferdinando Finaudo, already wanted for a separate robbery. Then Notarbartolo made his biggest mistake. 5 days after the heist, he walked back into the Antwerp Diamond Center. His reasoning? He didn't want to be the only tenant who hadn't returned to check on his office. But the building manager had already flagged him to police. When Notarbartolo walked through the door, the manager kept him talking at the entrance. Casual conversation, until the police arrived and arrested him on the spot. In 2005, Leonardo Notarbartolo was sentenced to 10 years in prison. His crew, Elio Donorio, Ferdinando Finaudo, and Pietro Tavano, each received 5 years. But here's what nobody talks about. The diamonds were never found. Over $100 million worth of gems, gold, and jewelry just vanished. To this day, not a single stone has been officially recovered from prison. Notarbartolo gave one interview to Wired magazine. His story? He claimed a diamond merchant hired him to pull off the heist as part of an insurance scam, and that they only actually stole around 20 million, not 100, that the rest had already been removed by the merchant before the heist. Investigators don't buy it. The vault wasn't even insured. The story doesn't hold up, but it raises a question that nobody has ever answered. Who really took the diamonds? And where are they now? Notarbartolo was released in 2009. Rearrested in 2013 at a Paris airport for violating parole. He never compensated. A single victim, and was finally released for good in 2017. He now reportedly lives in the Italian countryside running a wood pellet business. The fifth member of the crew has never been identified. The king of keys, the man who engineered that custom vault key, is still unknown. And somewhere out there, $100 million in diamonds is still waiting to be found. Every week on this channel, we break down real crimes, real investigations, real stories that sound like they came straight out of a movie. If you want to be here for the next one, hit subscribe. And if this one got you, drop a comment. Do you think Notarbartolo was telling the truth about the insurance scam? I want to know what you think.